Hey guys, Boris with BK Forex. Welcome to the crosses section for October 30th to November 3rd of 2017. And on the cross side, we have a couple of very interesting trades. Two of them are really sort of the same idea, but they've shown so sharply on the charts that I have to trust the charts as to what they're telling us. And the other one I've already kind of telegraphed to you on a relative strength basis. Let's take a look at my ideas as they stand. Pound yen, euro yen, both of the yen crosses looking very, very weak. Now, yes, we could have a big turnaround in a dollar yen trade. We could have super positive news this week, so you obviously could run into a news bomb on that. But on a technical side, they both look incredibly weak. And if the dollar doesn't get a bid, both of these things look like they're just about ready to die. So we'll take a look at both charts. Pound yen 152 to the upside, 47.50 is the target to the downside. With euro yen, they failed at 34.50, and now support really hovers at this 31.50 level. So as we get out of the gates on Monday, that's going to be the look, especially if U.S. yields kind of crumble. Now, on Monday, we're going to get the personal income, personal spending data Monday morning to the U.S. side, which is obviously evening to Australia. That's going to be an interesting data point. If that can't turn the yen story around, then I think you could have a weak yen weakness for the next couple of days, and those yen crosses could really suffer as a result. And the other idea, of course, is the Aussie Kiwi, which clearly to me looks like a failure of the Aussie and rebound in the Kiwi. And if you look at the cross, it's certainly very, very toppy and choppy at the 1300 level and has a chance and scope to move down to the 1050 level as we go forward. So I really like that on a relative strength basis. Let's take a look. Actually, I want to look at, let's take a look at the Aussie Kiwi first because I have it popped up here. You can see, look at this very strong topping out action. We're now pretty much the low of this bottoming out range. Yes, we had a big breakout candle, but we've chewed it up. This was all basically continuity on the UK on the New Zealand Labour win, right? Which did have extension, but I think that basically ran out of gas, and that's the catalyst. My whole argument is here that catalyst runs out of gas, and you can see that in the charts. And now, as we start moving down, as Kiwi has a chance to trade back up to 69.50 possibly as off that support, I like this trade the most just on a purely technical basis. There's nothing here to interfere with us. If we can get the catalyst from the New Zealand employment data, that only just makes the trade stronger. It possibly moves it out to 10.50 as the week goes by. Now, the other two trades, look at the pound yen here. Oops, sorry. So first of all, clear lower top failure, right? Failed here, closing on the lows of the day, and almost I think lows of the week as far as the candle goes here, and still scope for a lot more downside action. We basically don't have support here till around the 47.50 or so. So there's about 150 points more of compression to the downside. This is a clear momentum trade to the downside, and as it opens up from the opening, opening gate on Monday, I really like this trade as it goes to the downside. The other idea, very, very similar, and it's just, I sort of picked both of them because they both look very, very similar. Here you have more of a double top failure on a technical basis. We are holding the support. So yes, it's quite possible. I think sort of the reversal side here is if you take the opposite of my view that the yen crosses start to crash, if you buy the dip here, this is a very interesting sort of contrarian trade because there's not much downside here. There's really very, very little risk. In other words, I wouldn't give this more than 131 as my risk, which means less than 100 points of risk. But if it does bounce, in other words, if the yen story bounces, I think both the euro and the yen story bounces here a little bit. So in some ways, the clear downside story is the pound yen, and the reversal story is the euro yen. So the trade here, if you're going to get a little contrarian, is maybe go long euro yen, short pound yen, and just hope that I'm on the right side of this pair's recommendation. But it does look to me, just on a technical basis, as a more sound selection if you're going to just try to hedge yourself on two-way bets than the other way around. So that's how it shapes up. A couple of interesting trades. Of all of them, still like the Aussie Kiwi as the best unwind that we've had. Basically on the supposition that I think Kiwi comes back up into the 69s as the week goes by. Wish you guys the best luck, the best trading. Boris, over and out.